Yeah, but you still have to have the touch to when, where, and how to mix and match. And using Affeldt last year in the Game 7 of the World Series, the way you did to bridge to Bumgarner. I mean, look, I've watched you enough over the years. You can downplay it, but
Well, I'm not downplaying it. I don't think because it works if you have the guys are able to handle some of the things we throw at them. It's they're an unselfish group. We change our roles at times. You go back to last year, Romo was closing, and he went to the setup role. Jeremy being ready early in the game. He's done that before. We've used him all over, and it's a very unselfish group, but a talented group, and so that allows the manager to use them really any way he wants to. And you know, I'm like anybody. I get information, matchups that I want, and you still go with your feel, your gut, but. It doesn't work unless you have those guys down there that can make it work. And Saves has done a great job of bringing those guys in.
What have you seen from Andrew Susak this spring and areas he can improve on?
Well, it's so early. He's doing well. All these. It's so early in the spring that it's way too early to start evaluating. They're getting the cobwebs out and going through the routine. But he's come off a real nice. Job of backing up Buster last year, and he's got all the tools to be a major league catcher. He can throw, he can hit, he's smart. Pitchers like throwing to him, and it's all about improving as a player. And that's why he's here this spring.
Looking forward to the full squad being here.
I am. It's a lot of them I've been here, so we've already seen probably half of them. So it's going to be good to see the rest of them. And they're going through their physicals today at 1 o'clock, and tomorrow we crank it up. And this is always a great time of year. These guys, spend a lot of time together. So after a few months off, they're excited to get back on the field, see each other, and get back to work.
You had been in touch with Pagan. What have you been in touch with him lately, Angel?
We've texted. He texted me well wishes with my situation, but. He just assured me that he feels great. He's good to go, and he's excited about how he feels. And he even made a comment. I'll play close to 160 games, which I don't expect him to. But he's really pumped about where he's at with the back.
Do you expect him to be here today?
I expect him to be here to go through his physical. Yeah.
speak up.
You haven't been here very long, but is there anybody, in the week or couple weeks here that has really, looked impressive? Just, throwing the ball. I don't know. I didn't know it's early.
Yeah, it's early. Plus, I missed a couple of days myself, so it's hard for me to answer that. But overall, I think it's evident these guys have come in camp in great shape and ready to go. It's just too early, to look at those things. And I told them I don't want them overdoing it here early. We have a lot of time, and this is about getting in the type of condition you need to be in to compete on the major league level. Now, the early part of it is just getting yourself ready, and I don't want these guys going full bore here the first couple of days.
Are you going to have everybody here?
What's
that?
that?
A frontline Japanese player. I mean, have you ever had a Japanese player? I'm trying to remember.
Akinori, he was a setup guy for me
In San Diego.
Yeah.
Hockey.
But he still lives there. But no, that's it.
He was going back to the bullpen in San Diego. You were able to slot him in 7th, Linebrink 8th, and then you had Hoffy to finish up. So you had a completely different alignment what you did down there.
Right. No, they all had their innings. Where here, we do it a little different here, where they can start an inning and get the matchups. When you have Lopez and Affeldt from the left side, and of course the right-handers. We have guys who can go multiple innings. That makes it a little bit easier, which Linebrink did.
Do you know yet whether Castillo or Romo is your closer, or does it matter at this point?
Right now, I think it's fair to say Castillo will open up as our closer.
So you usually make a speech when the whole team is here. Have you thought about what you're going to say? It's an odd year, something different this year you may tell me?
Yeah, I had a little setback there for a couple of days, but now I'm getting time to, think about it, and we have some work to do. It's great to have a year like we did last year, but yeah, I'm sure as a manager, during the winter you're thinking about things you want to do on the field, and to get these guys ready, and maybe something a little different. And I get asked that a lot. It's an odd year. You're gonna do something different, but really, to me, when you've had success, you keep doing what you're doing. You're going to do it every year. And I go back to 11. We had a good year. We just lost Buster and had some injuries there in August, but we're in first place going in August, and every year's different. Just so happens we've had success in even years.
Are you going to have everybody in camp on time? Carbonell?
As far as I know, I haven't heard that enough. Who?
Carbonell, Arias.
Joaquin's up there. I've already spoken with Joaquin. I haven't seen Carbonell. Am I saying it right? I don't even know.
Have you met Aoki yet?
I have. Yeah, he seems like a lot of fun. I know he's really excited to be here. I can tell you already, he's got a great sense of humor. I mentioned he and Bumgarner wrestling. He says, "Oh yeah, So he's ready for him. But no, he's very, very pumped to be here.
You'll have a bigger media crew sometimes.
Yeah.
To work on your Japanese.
Yeah, Bam Bam's got, he speaks Japanese too. I think that's one of his languages, so we're covered there.
Well, you also
But he has an interpreter that will be with him all the time.
you have the two-time tour of the Japanese All-Stars too.
Yeah, I didn't learn too much. Ohio's about all I learned there.
Zanamas.
Leave out Tyra.
Oh, Tyra, yeah, he'll be upset. We'll have Tyra here to help us.
Do you think the fact that you were a catcher gives you any sort of foot up on dealing with the pitching staff and how to work with the pitching staff as a manager? Seems like catchers make good managers.
Yeah, Barry, I've said this. I do think making the transition from player to coach or manager is probably a little easier for a catcher. He's involved in so many different things, from the signs from the manager to fundamentals, handling the pitching staff, 11, 12, 13 different personalities. It just makes it a little bit easier, I think, that because in essence, you're the one guy facing everybody, and you're the manager on the field, and so it probably helps, sure. But there's been too many great managers that weren't catchers.
Bruce, I know last year you had some special guests in spring training.
Does he look like Ben Affleck?
You had some special guests, including Barry Bonds. Any thoughts on special guests?
Yeah, I don't have their schedule down. I know we're going to have some in here. I've got it in there, and a few of them that are coming in. But I can't answer, what the situation is with Barry right now. I know there have been discussions, but Will Clark and J.T. Snow, Kent, they've been regular special guests, and it's great to have them. They add a lot. They give the players, a lot of, I think, one-on-one type special instruction that it's invaluable. So, I don't have the schedules down for those guys now.
I think you said at FanFest when you mentioned Bonds that they might do some minor figures. Is that somewhere?
Well, I'm just saying we're trying to figure out. I don't say we. I know he's had discussions on what makes sense for him, for us. So, there's nothing that I can give you, and I'm being honest. I don't know, but Barry's come around the clubhouse a few times during the season, and I think he knows the guys. He's comfortable with them, so I know he's got some other things he's doing, but it's always an option.